What if I'm going to plan on selling in 2023? What should I be doing now to get ready?
So the one thing that I always say with selling, a lot of people come to us right as they want to sell, and there's no preparation in it. And so I always say, come to us a little earlier so we can actually strategize. We can put a marketing plan together. We can strategize with you, especially if you're looking to purchase and like sell at the same time. It helps us determine timing strategy and all of it. So
it's true. It's a little more complicated when you're selling, for certain, and it definitely takes a little bit more lead time. We talk a ton about strategy and planning, but really for us to be so effective or more effective, it's not, trust me, we get plenty of people that come in and say, hey, I want to sell right now, and we can put it into place and we can do it. But if we have a little bit of time, we have that ability to do more. And I'd actually say
we can be more intentional, essentially.
Well, in the next 30 days for me, and I know for you too, is so much consultation. I spend more time doing kind of what we're going to do this year meetings. We jump on a Zoom, we talk for 45 minutes to an hour. This is our goals. This is our intention. This is kind of our timeline. What makes sense? That's so much of what we're doing this time of year. So yes, getting in early. There's no such thing as too early, really.
No.
I mean, we absolutely talk to people that might say, hey, I'm going to be an end of 2023 buyer or seller. What should I be thinking about now to get ready for it, for certain? Okay, so starting the process early. Once again, the whole idea of I think finding your team should be right up there. Finding a good real estate agent. Hopefully somebody had a great experience with whomever sold them the property.
Yes.
That's not always the case. Sometimes that person has retired or left the business or didn't survive.
Or you don't remember their name.
Or you don't remember their name.
Unfortunately.
There's a lot of reasons that people look to navigate to a different agent. So finding a great agent is first and foremost. I think putting together that strategy and plan is right up there. If somebody's selling, quite often they're going to buy, right? It's not always the case. There's some very, very different situations, but a lot of times they're going to. And if they're going to, that is a little bit more complicated. That takes what are they financially able to do? What do they want to do? And then we have to kind of put together what I call the buy-sell dance, right? How do we structure it to make people successful? I mean, the other things that we usually tell people is that almost every listing that we list, we're going to do a staging appointment with them. We're going to walk through and talk about how do we present this property as well as possible. Not all of our clients like us as much at the end of those conversations, truth be told.
But we need to package it up and present it like a present to a potential buyer.
How do we put our best foot forward? And for some people, it's staging. For some people, it's working within what they have in their home. Some people maybe need some small modifications, some paint, some touch up. How do we help our clients present as the best possible piece? And that's part of the getting in early. We've got clients that some of them it takes 2, 3, 4, 6 months to get them to that point. So they may be somebody saying, hey, I really wanted to be a July or August seller. Those are meetings that there's absolutely value in having now, so that when we get to that point, they're not stressed in the fact of saying, hey, you just gave me a huge laundry list of how we present the best possible, and now I need to come back, and now I need to do all this stuff. They're ready.
Moving is stressful. I mean, so moving is really, really, really stressful. And so you do compile it all at once. It's a lot harder, and it just adds to that stress. So yeah, I agree with you. If we can prepare sooner, it'll alleviate some of that stress.
I think the
or at least dissipate it.
Quote is that, or not the quote, but the statistic states that moving is one of the top 5 most stressful things that you'll do.
Totally.
Right? And you're absolutely correct. If we can get involved earlier, we can help to manage that stress. We can help to alleviate some of it. I mean, we can't make it stress-free, right? The reality is it's stressful, but we can help to make it easier and better from that perspective. The other thing that I like to do a lot of times with our sellers is sometimes even get those photographs done early. Like how many
for winter when it's white out and it looks bleak, it's way better to take it the summer before. Even if we don't know you're selling, we'd rather just have a front photo,
the exterior,
just to again captivate that buyer in that winter market.
Yeah, we have quite a few clients that were prepping for 2023 already, who called us and we were talking to in conjunction in the spring and the summer of 2022. We've already got all their exteriors. We already know our sellers that has said, hey, whenever it happens, if you're going to list in March and outside doesn't look so good, we've got some great exteriors of your house. So absolutely great points. Okay. So once again, I think it comes back to reach out early if you can, right? Sometimes we get a relocation package or somebody has to, but reach out early if you can, finding your right agent, solidifying your team, and being willing to strategize and put together a plan that's going to make our clients as successful as they can be.
Yeah. The other thing also is we can then help them, especially if they're moving to other markets, because some sellers, the reason why they're moving is because they're moving to other markets.
Yep.
We can actually reach out and let other agents know in those markets that we have connections with that are perform at a similar level that we perform at, that we can make those introductions. And then we can also pair up with them so that we can strategize that buy, sell kind of dance that we were talking about.
Great point. Great point. We have connections throughout the country and realistically throughout the world, so that we know that, right, our expertise doesn't take us to different parts of the country or the world, but we can at least take a breath and say, hey, we can get you into people that are going to take good care of you versus somebody just kind of randomly going out there and trying to figure it out.